let's get the business here. Please don't be an idiot back there. Stop doing that. Stop doing. This is not gonna be an interesting video. This is gonna be a very, very hard video to make with that in the background, wherever the f I'm pointing. That right there, that disturbance. Oh God, help me. What's going on, everyone in the Jason Nation? My name is Jason, and welcome to this different type of update video. Today, we have something a little bit different to discuss, and that is something that has been affecting quite a few you dudes who watch my content here on the website known as YouTube. And it's kind of annoying because it makes me have to worry a little bit about some things, and it also makes you guys have to worry about some things. And I'll sort of go into a little bit of detail here with what I'm talking about. But seriously, honestly, what has happened to YouTube recently? Like, just in general, I know there's been a lot of stuff going on with some other different controversies and all that. I'm not really going to get into that because it's not my area of expertise or anything, but the one thing that I can say that YouTube has been especially doing, not necessarily wrong, I don't know if it's something that I may be doing wrong or whatever, but something that's been happening recently is one thing that has been happening way too much recently, and it's kind of starting to get a little bit or starting to make me a little bit worried, because I'm not sure if it's directly affecting you guys as well, or if it's only just affecting the number that I'm seeing. Now, I don't talk about numbers too much, but in this specific case I have to, just sort of to lay out the problem here. Recently on my Social Blade, I don't know if some of you may be familiar with this site. It's used for content creators and just people who do YouTube to track their statistics on, you know, monthly views and subscribers and just how well their channel's doing and all that. And one thing I noticed recently, because I'm a very active user of Social Blade because I find it to be a very useful website, one thing I did notice recently, and I also noticed on my YouTube dashboard as well, is that yesterday, when I was streaming for about 5 hours or so, we gained quite a lot of new members of the Jason Nation, so thank you to all you guys who joined in. Welcome aboard. Hope you enjoy your stay here. But one thing that did happen was literally right as 12 a.m. struck on the clock, for some reason, I was deducted like 32 subscribers, which is really random, and I'm not quite sure why that would happen. So it seems pretty out of the ordinary. Now, it doesn't seem out of the ordinary if maybe 32 people just decided, I don't really like this guy's channel anymore. That's cool. I mean, if that's the case, then alright, whatever, it's not a big deal. But if what I'm about to say is the case, then this makes me pretty worried for the future of what could happen with the channel and some people getting notifications for my videos. Basically, one thing I heard from a fellow YouTuber known as Egglocke World Network, I'm sure some of you guys know who he is, he said that this has happened to him before, and it happens to some other people as well. If you're a content creator as well, let me know if this has happened to you. But he basically said this is a way that YouTube verifies if certain users that are subscribed to you are real or not. Being like, if someone like botted somebody's channel for X amount of subscribers, then it would verify to make sure that they're real. And if they were not real, then they'll just be deducted away from the view count, or from the count in general, and then that's the end of it. But then if they're real and they just needed to test them, this is like, again, right from Egglocke, that apparently once they're like tested and verified that they're real, they'll be added back within like 1 or 2 days. So that's fine. If that's the case and that's what needs to be done on YouTube's end, that's totally fine by me. But what worries me a little bit, and leads directly into my next problem, is that I'm kind of worried that what if those subscribers don't get added back? Or what if some of them don't get added back? Like, they just get kind of lost in the bunch, and some of them just sort of slip through the cracks and don't make it back to being resubscribed, because it is actually unsubscribing users from me, because I noticed the difference on my dashboard versus what it was literally at 11:59 versus what it was at 12 o'clock, right as it struck the next day. So to me, it seems a little bit strange, but it makes sense because we gained a lot of new members of the Jason Nation yesterday. So maybe if YouTube is trying to verify that, that makes sense. That's totally fine by me. But I just want to make sure that people are not losing their subscription to me if they don't want to be unsubscribed. If you want to be unsubscribed, then that's a completely different story. But if you want to be subscribed to the channel, then why are people getting unsubbed from the channel just randomly? Because it's actually unsubbing accounts. Now, if they're bots or fake accounts or inactive accounts or whatever, because I know YouTube does this thing where they also every so often they purge inactive accounts on the website, and basically it just gets rid of all the extra like accounts that really aren't like really active or anything, so they just take it away from the sub count because they figure it's not going to help you anyways, more or less. And that may be what they're doing now, but they also did that to me a couple of days ago, and I just lost like 21 subscribers out of nowhere. And it happened earlier a couple times in February as well, where there was just quite large amounts of subscribers just randomly deducted from my count, and I'm not sure if they were all added back or not, because I can't really tell, and I can't, know exactly which users who have subscribed recently and which ones are getting resubbed from the purge, because it doesn't, like, I don't really have a way of knowing who subscribes to me unless I go look into it full detail. But like, there's so many people that I just can't keep up with that, so I don't know if they're getting added back. So the moral of what I'm trying to say here is, I'm not necessarily complaining about this, because I've actually fixed, or I've come up with a system that might help with this a little bit. But I want to make sure that you guys are staying subscribed to the channel if you wish to be, and that you're not. If you're getting unsubscribed randomly from me, then hopefully you become aware of the situation. But another thing to mention is, this is not something that is probably only affecting me. This is something that I guarantee is probably affecting several other content creators, probably more than that, probably quite a few, if not maybe everybody on the website. I don't know if this is like a common occurring thing that happens for everybody, but what I can say is that it's not just going to be affecting me, it's definitely affecting other people. So spread the word about that. Share this video with people, I guess, or just spread the information, let people know about that, because there are definitely going to be cases like that where people's subscriber counts just randomly go down for no reason, and it might be because they're doing like the purge of inactivity or whatever they call it, and just verifying that the accounts are real or not. But if that's not the case, or if that is the case, and some of them may possibly not be getting resubbed back, then that becomes a really big problem. But then someone's gonna be like, Jason, how do you know that they're not getting resubbed back? Like, how do I come to that conclusion? The one thing that makes me believe that there's a possibility of that, or something similar to that, is that if some accounts are getting unsubscribed randomly, there's actually a new feature on YouTube where you can ring a bell. I believe it's only on mobile. And you can ring the bell on somebody's YouTube channel, and that will give you notifications, like a push notification on your smartphone for every time that I go live, or every time that I upload a video. And if you get unsubscribed from somebody, I believe that also disables the notification. So in turn, if some people who are, let's say, just active viewers of the channel, they get unsubbed for like a day or so before they get added back, or potentially not even added back, and they go search up and they're like, whoa, I'm unsubscribed, or whoa, my notifications are randomly turned off, even though I'm still subscribed, or I didn't change it, or something like that happens, like a glitch in the system, and it basically prevents some users from getting notifications about when I stream. So then brings us to the next problem. Is the other day, my buddy Ivan, who's actually just chilling right over there, he was joining me as I was he was joining me as I was streaming the other day, and we had this issue that was sort of going on with the stream, where when we started, now it's been crazy growth recently on the channel, and I'm very, very, very thankful for that. When we usually start our streams, though, however, we usually, like, I don't know, like 30-40 minutes, and we usually got like a solid like 60-70 people in there, and it's usually a pretty active, fun community in there. I love chilling with you dudes whenever we stream and all that. And it's like, it was weird, because when we were like 40 minutes into the stream or so, there was only like 45 people. For like the first 20 minutes, there was only like 30 people-ish in there, and I was like, okay, this is kind of weird. I mean, if people just don't want to watch the stream, then that's one thing, right? But I was kind of worried. I was like, this is out of the ordinary based upon recent statistics and all. So I was like, okay, I kind of want to look into this a little bit more, but I sort of just like let the stream go by and see what happened. Then about at like the hour and a half in mark into the stream, I was at like 70 viewers or so, and there was a bunch of you dudes in there hanging out and having fun. And then randomly, our viewer count just doubles out of nowhere. And I'm just thinking, like, what is going on here? Like, what just happened? And then a bunch of people are just like, hey, what's going on, Jason? Like, everyone's coming in saying hello and saying what's up. And I'm just like, whoa, like, why is there just this sudden influx of people all of a sudden? And it's weird, because apparently all those people who came into the stream said that they all just got the notification for my stream. Now, again, I don't know if this is a problem on its own, or if this maybe has something to do with the first thing I talked about, with users getting randomly like unsubscribed, or their notifications just randomly getting turned off or something like that for a little bit. But I've noticed this has been an issue that's been happening a lot recently, and there's been some people who've been saying that they don't get notifications from when I stream, even though they have them set, and it's just strange because it's out of the ordinary for them to not get that. So I want to make sure that people are aware of the fact that this issue is happening, and I have actually come up with a way to solve and fix this, so that way you will always get notified, whatever word I was trying to say right there, notified once I go live, or once I upload a video. Whenever it happens, every single video, every single stream, you'll always get a notification for when it goes live, no matter what, using the lovely social media that I call Twitter, what everyone calls Twitter, you know. If you don't have a Twitter account, then this probably is not going to be helpful for you, but I do encourage those of you who don't have one, even if you don't want to make one so it's public, you can actually make a private Twitter so no one can follow you without your permission to. You can only follow accounts whenever you want to, and you can use it as like a privacy tool. So I use that in loose terms, but a privacy tool basically, so you just keep your account private, nobody can follow you and all that, and you just use it to interact with people you want to interact with. Or you don't even have to use it to tweet off of, you can just use it to get these notifications, because I actually made a Twitter about a month ago and I haven't really talked about it too much, but there is a Twitter in the description, Jason Nation Alerts, and that's basically just a Twitter that's dedicated to you guys getting notifications for when I go live or when I stream and all that stuff, or go live or upload a video. I said the same thing twice there. And you'll get a notification for you on your phone every single time it happens, because Twitter usually is pretty good with delivering the notifications and all that. Sometimes YouTube isn't though. Now, one thing I want to say is if anyone from YouTube happens to be watching this, or anybody who knows somebody higher up at YouTube, you know, maybe pass this information along to them, because this may not just be happening to me. This may be happening to tons of other people too. I haven't heard much about like the issue of notifications not going out properly, but now that I'm starting to realize that it's becoming an issue, it might be happening more frequently than I thought it was, now that I'm starting to see things clearer. So pass this information along to the people you know, other friends of yours who are content creators, other people who just may benefit from this information, because this is something that I've noticed, and I'm sure I'm not the only one getting affected by it. So keep your eyes out for that. But for those of you who want to stay updated about my videos and make sure that you never miss an upload, obviously the number one thing to do is subscribe. But if all else fails, like I said, follow that Twitter in the description. It will literally keep you updated about every time we go live, upload a video, or anything of the sort, any big news that might happen. You will be alerted about it there. I know it's kind of like cheesy to have an alert Twitter for myself, but I figured that this might be the best way to avoid YouTube's little confrontations that it gives me sometimes with delivering the notifications to people's sub boxes in their phones and all that. So with that being said, I just wanted to mention that to you guys and let you know that that has been happening a little bit recently, and I hope to see that maybe a fix for that on YouTube's end. As for the purging subscribers thing, you know, I don't know. I think that is like YouTube actually doing what I was talking about, where it's just checking inactive accounts and all that, and that's totally fine. I just want to make sure that the people who are getting unsubbed are obviously going to get resubbed back if they want to, and then they can choose to unsubscribe if they'd like or whatever, you know. However the system works, I just wanted to make it to bring it to your guys' attention. This has been a long ass video, so I'm gonna stop it right here. There'll be another upload hopefully tomorrow as well. It'll be Alpha Sapphire, and then I got some interesting theories and other type of videos coming out to you guys sooner or later this weekend as well, so stay tuned for that. But with that, my name is Jason. I'm gonna get on out of here. If you watched through the whole video, I want you to go ahead and comment peanut butter pineapples in the comments. I don't know why, that's just the first thing that came to my mind, but yeah, comment that if you made it this far, because you're a legend. If you did, I don't know who the hell's gonna watch an 18-minute video of me ranting about this, but if you did, you're a legend. And with that, I'm gonna get on out of here. Thank you dudes for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Bye. Oh, I always do that shit.